Miss C. Gayatri is a startup ecosystem enabler and incubation professional working as project lead at Tamil Nadu Startup and Innovation Mission, StartupTN, at Coimbatore office, mainly focusing on Coimbatore and Nilgiris based startup ecosystem. Gayatri is also the sector in charge for the lifestyle and personal care sector at StartupTN. She has completed her MBA in Agri-Business Management and BTech in Agricultural Information Technology from Tamil Nadu Agri University. She has completed Master of Social Work from Bhattiyar University, Coimbatore. She is also the former business manager of Metupalayam Agroforestry Business Incubation Forum, Government of Tamil Nadu funded incubator and former assistant manager at JOIL India Private Limited, a Singapore-based MNC. She has more than 3.5 years of experience in startup domain, especially hand-holding and mentoring startups at various stages. She facilitated more than 30 startups, commercialized 15 plus products, organized 200 plus programs by benefiting more than 10K beneficiaries, seed grant support for startup with budget of 30 plus lakhs and financial assistance with 60 plus lakhs. We are happy to have you here, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you so much. So good evening to one and all present here. So first of all, I'd like to thank ksrandco for organizing such a event for startups by curating with different experts. So for example, if you want to promote a health product, we will have a spokesperson like a brand ambassador. So the same concept for the startups from the startups. So we already have lot of insights from startup experts and ecosystem enablers, and myself also had a very good insights from all those speakers who had already had their stage before. And let me directly go to the session. So I am very proud to represent Government of Tamil Nadu here, that is StartupTN. So StartupTN is a nodal agency for startup and innovation ecosystem in the state. So it was introduced in the year 2021, which is to support startup whatever stage they may be. So it may be right from ideation stage, or they are yet to receive some investment or ready for the investment. So whatever the stage may be, StartupTN is having a lot of initiatives to support startups all over the state. So before going to the what are the initiatives of StartupTN, let me state that so many speakers who have took charge of the stage has stated about DPIIT startups. So before 2021, Tamil Nadu has only 2000 plus DPIIT recognized startups. So Ravi sir has already said what are the advantages of DPIIT recognized startups. So after the existence of StartupTN, along with all the startup ecosystem enablers, we are capable of increasing the DPIIT counts from 2000 plus to 7700 plus in very short span of time. So this is all only possible, not only possible with StartupTN, but all the ecosystem enablers, that may be the institutions or incubation centers, accelerator, and the startups, and the all the institutions who are actively participated in the startup movement. So I proudly state in this moment that 2021 we were in the last bandwidth, that is emerging ecosystem bandwidth in Startup India ranking. Whereas now recently we have received the top performer, best performer bandwidth, which is the first bandwidth of Startup India ranking, along with Gujarat, Kerala, and Karnataka. So it is a very proud moment for us. So why we have jumped this much of leaps from last stage to first place? So this is all because of lot of initiatives the government has given to the startups. So let me precisely tell the initiatives of StartupTN. So these are the major initiatives right from ideation to investment. So I will take each slide explaining about the different initiatives. Next slide. So TANSEED. So StartupTN, we are having two different flagship program for investment. So one is TANSEED. TANSEED is open now. So it is a early seed fund grant equity investment program. So the ticket size is 10 lakh to 15 lakh. So general category we can grab up to 10 lakhs, and for special category like women founder, climate action, rural tech, so they maybe get the chance to grab up to 15 lakhs. So TANSEED 5.0 has been released so far, and 6.0 is in open now. So anyone is willing to get the seed fund as equity investment with 3% stake from the company, they can apply for TANSEED 6.0. It is open and will be closed on 12th February 2024. So
very short period.
yes, sir. So actually it was 7th February and the date has been extended now till 12th February. And next is Tamil Nadu SCST Startup Fund. This fund is exclusively for the SCST category. So the fund ticket size is from 25 lakhs up to 5 crore. So last year the government has sanctioned 30 crore, and now this year it is very kind enough to sanction up to 50 crore during this financial budget. So we have totally disbursed 23 startups with the funding amount of 33 crores in the last financial year. I'm very happy to say at this moment. Next. So Startup Tamila is a reality show exclusively for the startups to raise fund in the open platform, which will be telecasted in the TV channels. So it is open. Any startups willing to pitch their idea in the open channel, they can register for this Startup Tamila event. Same like Shark Tank event. So it is conducting with expecting 400 crores of investment. Expected to raise up to 400 crores of investment. And Smart Card. So recently, 2 days before, we have launched this Smart Card initiative. So this Smart Card initiative is exclusively for startups. It's like a privilege card. So the startup can get benefit of software application, HR applications, marketing, legal compliances, and funding. So we have onboarded many vendors who can provide all these services to the startups at the concession rate. Some of the vendors are providing free of cost also. So any startups who are willing to get a smart card, they can approach us. We will be providing the smart card with their company name, stating that we will get a 2 QR codes as in the picture. If you scan that one QR code, you will get what are the facilities applicable for that particular startup, and another card will state that particular startup, what the activities of startup, how they can do, what are the business activities they are doing, like that. So 2 days before, Honorable Minister, MSME Minister has launched the Smart Card initiative. And next, open innovation. It is for any challenges faced by any corporates, any institutions. If at all any challenges has to be faced and addressed, that challenges can be submitted in this open innovation challenge, and any startup can feel free to solve that problem and get recognized. So this is the open innovation. And Angels TN. Angels TN is mainly for HNIs of TN. It is an alternative way of fundraising. So those who are with lot of money and waiting to invest in some other ventures, they are looking for some investment. So angel investment is giving awareness and training to the HNIs, where to invest, how to invest, and all the knowledges related to investment. And we are making the participants who are invested in other states also, making them to come back to Tamil Nadu, and also the startups who are doing their business in other states and other countries also, we are planning to be giving lot of initiatives to take back them to our own state. So for that purpose, we have framed this Angel TN. So it is functioning in some alumni association like thing. So we have already associated with the IIT Trichy, PST Alumni Association. So the group of association members will form together, and they will be investing, they will be collect some funds, and the funds will be invested in the suitable startups. So this is the initiative. And regional hubs. So StartupTN initially was, our head office is at Chennai. Initially it was operated at 3 different hubs. Now we are operating at 8 different hubs and 2 satellite offices. So each hub will be covering 2 to 4 districts. So all over Tamil Nadu will be operating in 10 different spots. And Global Coordination Center. So we are looking for global partnership. So who are the startups from Tamil Nadu willing to do their operations in other countries also. We are facilitating with the global coordination system centers, and now it is facilitated at Dubai, Singapore and USA. So incubation support. So if we support the school with proper infrastructure, the students will get a proper knowledge and they will excel in their studies. So same concept, we are also focusing in incubation centers. We'll be training the incubation centers, business managers and CEO with a lot of training programs, and we also have a scale up incubator funding program. So from which 3 lakhs we have conducted a cohort like a program, and we have selected 15 incubation center, and 15 incubation center will be funded with 3 lakh rupees each for their scale up operation. And the top 5 incubation center will be taken to, last year they have taken to Israel, and this year they were taken to Singapore. So from Coimbatore, 4 incubation center were selected for the scale up incubation program this year. So accelerated program, it's like we are conducting lot of cohorts. So women accelerator program, agri cohorts. So this is series of programs. So involve that particular stakeholders will be involved in that program, and they will be benefiting out of these accelerated programs. And MentorTN. So MentorTN is a platform. So where a mentor who has an subject expertise with more than 10 years can enroll as a mentor. And for the startups or students or startup aspirants who want to know more about the particular domain, they may be get registered in this platform as a mentee. So this platform facilitates the mentor-mentee interaction among the startup and the expert. So those who are interested in getting different domain knowledge or subject knowledge, they can register as a mentee and get the mentor interaction session through this MentorTN platform. And brand labs and launchpad. So this is regarding marketing. So any product it's developed has to be launched. So we facilitate a grand stage for launching the product. So recently, 2 days before, Honorable MSME Minister has launched 6 different startup products in the grand stage. So brand labs is also another concept who is equipping the startups with the concepts of branding and marketing. So for this, we are conducting a series of sessions and expert talks to the startups exclusively in the concept of branding and call center. So any queries regarding to startups can reach through this call center, which was recently launched 6 months before, and hackathons. So we usually at regional hubs, we usually conduct knowledge events, inspiration events, and of course hackathons. So any institutions or organizations come up with any problem statement, that problem statement can be floated to the public or startups or students, that the students or startups can be come up with different ideas. So the ideas part can be converted or translated into a startup. So this hackathon will act as a initial, it help to ignite the startup thinking from the startup or students. So recently we have conducted a cancer hackathon with, in association with Stepup Incubation and Innovation Council, and frequently we are conducting lot of hackathon programs only to develop and ignite the spark of entrepreneurship and the startup. So direct procurement, we are having another initiative from StartupTN, that is S2G, Startup to Government Initiative. So any startup any startup, that is DPIT startup, can able to sell their product to the government. So in India, more than 50% of the procurement is made by the government. So we facilitate the startup to sell their product to the government. So without any tender up to 50 lakhs. So that is possible. So recently from Coimbatore Satellite Office, we have connected a startup for developing a comprehensive dashboard for Coimbatore Municipal Corporation for the budget value of 25 lakhs, and another startup doing some toilet monitoring system for Coimbatore Corporation is under progress for another 25 lakhs. So these are the initiatives of StartupTN to facilitate the market support for the startups to directly connect with the government without competing with any contractors or any tenders. It's a possible initiatives. So as I already said, we are conducting lot of startup inspiration event, so that maybe students, any kind of beneficiary, we are conducting inspiration events and knowledge events to the startups. Next. So we are also operating in 30 different sectors. So myself and Mr. Ashik is handling lifestyle and personal care sector in Coimbatore district. So the main objective of StartupTN is mass inclusiveness. So the startup from Chennai, that is Taiwan city, can explore, can successfully do their startup journey. It should not be a one. So anyone all over the Tamil Nadu can able to do the startup and facilitate the supports of the startup. So for that we are operating in 10 different 10 different hubs of Tamil Nadu, and anyone, not only male can dominate the field, it's not like that. Any female, transgender, anyone with a disability can able to do a startup. So for that we are having a woman, if a startup having woman founder, Transit is offering up to 15 lakh rupees fund for scaling their business. And also we are having a conducting exclusive women accelerator program to support the women founders in this field. So mass inclusiveness is irrespective of geography. It may be a Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, anything. Irrespective of gender, it may be a woman or female, or a male or female, or transgender, anyone. And also it is irrespective of community. So anyone from the SCST community, I am having some idea, but I could not come out of my community means, that is also possible with the TN SCST Startup Fund. So Tamil Nadu government, the visionary of Honorable Chief Minister and our CEO Shivaraja Ramanathan, we are marching towards the mission with the vision of reaching top 20 global destination, favorite destination in the world, and achieving $1 trillion economy by the year of 2032. So with this short brief, I would like to complete my session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing with us about StartupTN initiatives. Next, we have Mr. Maharaj to share his journey in establishing a startup.
Greetings to everyone. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank the respected ksrandco company secretary and all the industry delegates, the allied professionals from their domain, and for all the sessions that have been completed from the beginning. I would like to thank the delegates here who have attended this session from the beginning until the moment, for getting the insights about the original theme of this today's discussion, what are the opportunities for having a startups and so on. My name is Maharaj. I'm the founder and CEO of Basic Technologies, a startup that's completed 2 years and we are in the 3rd year. B stands for blockchain and C for cybersecurity. I'm going to tell very little about me and our startup, and I'm going to cover a little bit about what is the future waiting for the startup ecosystem for every single individual across the globe. Most of the opportunities that is waiting for the startups have been covered already by the senior professionals here, starting with the requirement of when we should go funding, what is the requirement of having ESG, where seed series funding comes up, venture capitalists, LCs, LPs, when everyone should plan an exit, how we should actually plan for compliance rather than focusing on technology and so on. A lot of things have been covered. I'm from IT industry. I have like 16 plus years of experience. I was in UAE when we started this company, private limited company. The original, the founding, it's not the founding, the directors of the company were my brothers, and when I returned from UAE, I took over the private limited company. And I was in UAE when I applied for the DPID certificate. I was very new to all this process, and by 2022, April, we started with engaging with academic institutions here in Coimbatore. So far, we have delivered 85 plus sessions across Coimbatore. And I'm counting only the face-to-face sessions, the offline sessions, excluding the online sessions. We have delivered technical upskilling programs for almost 18,000 plus students in the city of Coimbatore for about 55 plus academic institutions. And we have signed up MOU with close to 20. And we have some international expansion as well. Of course, I don't have a PowerPoint so far. And I think everything has been in the website. Like collaborating with the CERTIC in USA for cybersecurity and the blockchain smart contract audit, and another company called IPWE, one of the top 5 companies across the globe who is having 1,500 patents in blockchain platform, and they won the Paris Blockchain Award recently, a few months ago. Government of Karnataka legal department has access to the platform, and our startup from Coimbatore have equivalent access like the government of Karnataka. This is one reference I would say. The core focus of the startup is not about technical upskilling. That is like the auxiliary business unit, I would say. The core focus is about cybersecurity. It's been almost more than a decade. Every company started adopting digital transformation, and of course, every business now is required to have a website, a mobile app, and so on for their digital expansion. And the cybersecurity has been a threat like 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, and the damages arising from these cyber attacks has risen from $1 million to $1 billion. Now it is reaching $1 trillion. So we saw this problem as an opportunity, and we started this cybersecurity startup. We are focusing on offensive security, which is like when someone creates a website, before they make it public, or if they make some enhancements to the website, we do an audit and we certify whether this website is safe to be posted or not, whether it is clear of any vulnerabilities or not. So there are multiple things like website, mobile apps, cloud infrastructure assessments, social engineering. For example, if a company is having like 100 plus employees, we would send a random email, with the permission of the company, to check whether the employee is able to find whether it is a legitimate email inside the corporate, or it is like a spam email or a phishing email, which just by one click, a company's network assets can be exposed and so on. This is about the social engineering. That is one kind of cybersecurity part in our startup. That is the core business unit. I'm telling how we looked at the problem and we utilized this opportunity, and how we have converted this opportunity as a startup idea, and how we are growing. This is an example. It's been like 2 years, and we have first international expansion last 6 months ago in Australia, and we are now looking at another international expansion this year as well. I would like to highlight the saying of Mr. Bob Sternberg from McKinsey last year. It was in social media. It took rounds for almost 2 to 3 weeks. He told a statement. This is not India's decade. This is India's century. So the statement came from a non-Indian citizen. Okay? He is a chief in McKinsey, and it was a topic of discussion for technology companies across the globe, including Google, Microsoft, IBM, Fortune 500 companies, Standard Poor companies, public limited companies, private limited companies, startups as well. When he said, this is not India's decade, this is India's century, he almost meant it. And we already listened to part from respected KSR, and he gave the introduction speech as well. India is home of 1,17,000 plus startups, and out of that 17,000 startups are related to technology. And let's say anyone is having a startup now, maybe agriculture, maybe fintech, maybe manufacturing. You name any sector, technology plays a role. Without technology, there is no way they can try product market fit, which is also explained a little ago. They cannot plan for expansion, first growth, then scale up, then providing support to the job seekers, and adding to the economy as well. Because last year, 2023, startups of India provided 11.4 lakh jobs to the freshers. So without the existence of job, without the existence of the startup, this job vacancy should have just been unfilled. So that is the one contribution from the Indian startups, and we are also looking at global capability centers that is migrating and setting up branches in India as well. Some of the GCCs are going to have a setup in Coimbatore, of course. Instead of Chennai, the next tier city that they have chosen is Coimbatore. And of course, you may have read about news, recent expansions to country in terms of special economic zones, IT parks being constructed. It is going to come up in another few years. Thousands of crores of money has been invested to construct all this. So when it comes all this, when you connect all the dots, you'll be able to see there will be a requirement of more startups to support all these global expansion centers, capability centers, competency centers, branch offices of US conglomerates and so on. So that is one opportunity that is existing for startups as well, which is like somewhere hidden in the horizon. And when it comes to cybersecurity, there are like 97% of the Australian companies is all about SMS. When we explored Australian geography and when we wanted to make an expansion there, of course we did like 6 months ago, we found a big market there. 97% of Australian companies is all about SMS, small and medium enterprises. So here in India, we have like 6.5 lakhs of MSMEs as well, which is also contributing a good portion of economy. Of course, India is going to be the third largest GDP in the next couple of years as well. We are very confident about that. So what I'm bringing to the desk here, with this opportunity, I'm just going to highlight a couple of things. Any problem that you see around you, your home, your workplace, when you travel and so on, it can be converted as an opportunity and we explore. And we just have to add some innovation to solve the problem, and that's all you can call it as a startup if the seniors here will agree to it. 2 days ago, I was in academic institutions. We were going to deliver a session, and in the ground floor there was a DTB center where both the professors and the students crowded there to take printouts of projects, and so it was a huge crowd. When we delivered the session, at the end of the session, I gave this, couple of insights to the students. Everyone is having a mobile phone in the same academy, in the whole institution. Why can't you create an app, upload your profile, whatever you want to print out, upload it, you'll get a token number, then set a display board there in the database center. Once they print it, you just go and collect it. What about the payment? Of course, everyone is using UPI. We all saw the launch of UPI in Paris, Eiffel Tower like a week ago. That is another example of how the globe is adopting Indian solutions, technology solutions as well. So that small area, because some students got interested and they asked me the question. It's going to take many months and lakhs. No, it's going to take less than a month, couple of weeks. There are low-code and no-code solutions available in technology. You can just sit 3 nights and create an app and then launch it. It's going to cost a few thousands to put the display board, and all you need is a PC with internet. That's it. Would you accept this as a startup idea? Of course, I would humbly say, of course, this is a startup idea. So this is one small thing I wanted to share today. Coimbatore is going to have a very big infrastructure expansion very soon. We are all witnessing it. We are all part of it. Startups are emerging as well. Of course, just now it was covered a little ago about how StartupTN and under Coimbatore Hub, they are expanding multiple channels of startup engagements as well. I would like to encourage anyone sitting here, if you have any idea, there are senior most persons in this stage, you can just have a minute, validate your idea, and get all the support in terms of company incorporation, compliance management, and so on. Because when I started the startup, I just completed my PMP certification, and of course, due to one island project, I was a governance, risk and compliance professional, and then that project got over. I came to India and started a startup. And now when I do anything here in my startup, I take a moment and think, R8 compliance, R8 compliance, R8 compliance. Because just now we spoke about the Paytm discussion as well, because we never expected this would have happened, and now we are reading in the news that they should have focused compliance first instead of technology. Byju's downfall, everyone is talking about, from $1 billion valuation crashing like anything. So I would like to thank once again the management of the KSR for all the facilitating team here for this opportunity. Hopefully, I know it's been a time for everyone, and I have another session I think someone is waiting for. Once again, thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you everyone for your patience. Look forward to see you in another session. Thank you.
Thank you for inspiring us by sharing with us your journey, sir. We now have Mr. Santanam, Associate Internal Audits and Innovation Analysis, ksrandco, to share insights about the importance of protection of IPRs.
So ladies and gentlemen, hope I am audible. Yes. So last man batting for the day. So after me, our guard will come with the green flag for telling the vote of thanks. I think it has been a very well organized session. So all stalwarts have spoken on the subject to the court. So now another important aspect, like for the startup, very important thing. Like when you are driving two-wheeler, wearing helmet for your security, not for police requirement. And similarly, wearing seat belt in car is for your protection when you are in a speed a big impact. Similarly, you need protection since the whole startup base is on innovation. It's a very existence, and it is one of the requirement as a criteria. The startup should have an innovative idea or at least a product improvement, and it should bring value well. That's how it can get existed. So while doing this, so it starts from an idea. An idea gets incubated, as Mr. Sasranamam told. So the pilot project. Between idea to pilot project, it gets developed. But as soon as an idea is originated, when you have the potential to convert it as an invention and into product, process or service, you need to protect it in advance. Otherwise, somebody will catch up. If you publicize it, it is anybody's game. So while doing this, the very important lifeline, especially for entrepreneurs, it is their life ambition maybe. And for an young engineer or anybody, for him it's a start of life. So this is very important thing, which one is that compliance level is there on company formation and whatever is required. So another, to have this property protected like our any other property. So it's a, the property is created with your intellect. So we need to protect, and so out of this IPRs, we have mainly the patent, trademark, copyright and industrial design. So when you have the incorporation of the company, sooner you will have the product or whatever your business line decided. So you will have to have a brand name, and it should have a logo and whatever required, tagline or all of that. So that will be registered through trademark and it gets protected. And when you have the inventive ideas and technology, then it can be protected through patents. And when you have developed a design of a product, like a car any of the vehicles, fan or all of that, which is appealing to the people. So then it has to be protected under industrial designs. Then when you have anything like software program and other things, so it can be protected through copyright under literary head. So it is one of the very important aspect to protect all your IPRs because for startup that is the lifeline. Then another important thing out of all that patent, trademark, copyright, industrial design, trade secret is another thing which you have to maintain. Your secret, if it leaks out, somebody else will make money out of it. So, and not only that, within the team, the employee and employer, you will have, whether it is a startup, small company, or as it is growing bigger. So you have employees, suppliers, so many people interacting. So each one has to have a line drawn, without which your things should not be going into them. And similarly, it should be protected through accesses, the limit of people, how much access he should have. So all of that under contract and a lot of other paper action, it is to be documented so that it stays within the company and the secret doesn't go out. Very important thing with all that other IPRs. So why IPR is important, as I already briefed, since it is working towards innovation and or it may be providing some improvement to the existing, because there is no pure invention as of now. Most of them, 95% is an improvement to the existing knowledge. So generally, and also there is no secret. Patent is not a secret. After 18 months, it gets published to the people to understand and develop further improvement to it and bring inventiveness and claim again. Without claiming the already claimed part, a new things gets claimed, which will be a solution, value building, or some kind of economy, cheap way of doing. So that way, there is an opportunity. That's how the industry grows, country grows. China is the number one in number of patents holding, next is US. Likewise, we are in somewhere within the 10th position, India. Only thing we have 7th position for within Indian jurisdiction. Globally, we are in the 41. So our global presence has to increase in terms of patent and technology. So all these various things are governed by our Indian law, IPR law, trademarks, patents act, copyright act, designs act, everything has got its own laws drawn. So people has to have a reference to it and take guidance from the consultant to project it properly. Otherwise, they will land up into objection, opposition, and all of that. So that also should be guided properly with a specialist. Benefits for investors. So investors are interested to protect their money. So they will also see they are not, put their money in a weak area. So they will have this validated for proper IPR protection. Then their money is protected. So that's how, it will be interesting, attract the investment. So otherwise it will be vulnerable for infringement and other things. So ownership of the IP in a startup, who owns it? So this is very important question. The company, when you have the employee and employer relation, the employer and the employee is working for the company. So whatever is created by the employee, though he is a creator or specialist in the subject, but the IP belongs to the company. That's a startup.
We used to read to the professor's wife.
So that is very important thing. So that, and there comes the trade secret. So you have to have the binding between you and the people around there and protect your IP. And And in case of, what is that benefit of a startup founder in case of, in this IP protection? So you'll have exclusive rights for your IP, then prevent others from using, selling, and profiting out of your intellectual value, and lot of funds, lot of energy has been spent, money has been spent, time, all of that. So you have to protect it in a bigger way. And as Madam said, there are various government schemes by central and state. There is a link for that. You can go through that and get the, have yourself educated and apply through those channels and get benefited. There is a lot of refund, even for the patents spent, money spent on this IPR protection. That also gets refunded, especially in case of patents, when it is innovation for startups. What will happen if there is no IP? So it is anybody's game. It's an open market. Who can purchase tomato, onion, all that will happen. So there is no value for the intellectual capacity, and it goes wasted, somewhere unrecognized, unprotected. So we have to have this very much along with the other things which are required for the startup. So IPR promotes innovation and leads to economic growth, and every country's economy is the measure of the way the industrial and technology growth is there, how many patents they hold, and that's how they are identified, like China, US, and Japan, and other things. All of them have invested time, money, people's intellect onto this and gained out of it, and that's how we are going to position. And India is in the bus, now in the footboard. Probably they will come in the driving seat sooner. So we are on the way, and the path is there. So that's what I want to end with this, with the importance of IPR, along with a lot of other things, whatever other speakers have spoken. It was a very good, important session. Dr. KSR has driven this engine, train of this, various aspects for this startup. And at the end, Dr. Madhusudan will come and show the green flag for closer. Please come. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir, for enriching us about the protection of IPRs. Due to time constraint, we are unable to have the Q&A session now. You may mail us the queries to the ID displayed, that is info@ksrandco.in. You may mail us to this ID. We shall reply to all the queries at the earliest.
Thank you, sir.
I now request Dr. C.V. Madhusudanan, partner, KSR&Co, to present the closing remarks for the evening.
Since it was like a crash course, he doesn't want to go out of the syllabus. So it has to be gone through. So the guard has come, as Santanam said, but I don't have flags. But I would like to flag two things, in fact interesting things which I was reading about Paytm, though it was in the news for all wrong reasons, but if you see the timing of Paytm launch, it happened immediately after the demonetization. And the goal of the government then was to have this electronic transfer of cash, so cashless economy. And so the idea caught fire so fast, and that is one of the, in fact, when I think the first runner in the block is Paytm, then came your Bharat Pay, your Phone Pay, and all that. So the timing of the ideation, the innovation launch is one which really, propels the success of any startup. That is number one I thought I would flag. The second is, as Vish was saying, about the innovation is not that great because all businesses are already there in the market. All that you do is just bring technology, marry it, as he succinctly described about Bharat Matrimony. What I read about a company called Zerodha. You've heard of Zerodha? Zerodha. So Zerodha is into broking business, and it is one of the most highly valued startups In fact, as in the words of vision that we can't call it as a startup because it's only doing a broking business. But
No, but then they have technology.
yeah, that's the marriage of technology. And what happened there, if you see the word Zerodha, I mean the brand, Zero and Rodha, these are the two words married into Zerodha. So zero, is zero. Rodha in Sanskrit means inhibition or wall. So what they did is that they removed the brokerage from broking business. So they removed the wall from brokerage business. So you can trade anything on Zerodha, on their Kite app, and that is absolutely free. There is no transaction cost for that. So this is a very big market differentiator when it came to brokerage business. And apart from that, they had many other sub apps where they sold a lot of your fin products. And there also, in fact, they could give a kind of a margin difference which a real-time market couldn't give. So these are the small examples. So innovation at the end of the day is not something that that is a big novelty, but certainly there is a novelty the way it is presented. And the novelty where the Gen Z we call, or the people who are born after say 2000, if you are able to appeal to that, I think that could be the biggest success. And with these two things, so I would step into the formal vote of thanks. So in absentia, I would thank Mr. Ramakrishnan Kalyanaraman, then I would thank Mr. Krishna Swami Ravi for their excellent presentation, respective subjects. Mr. Vish, thank you for giving us a walkthrough into the incubation accelerator mode. Then of course, thank you Gayatri Madam for giving us information that so many projects are there in StartupTN. In fact, I was really enthralled. We don't know how much would work, but at least the idea is there. So it's very nice. Mr. Maharaj, for sharing your experiences on the system security and things like that. Santan, IP man, and of course, thank you participants. And it was Vish, sorry, the process. I missed the process. So sorry. So about ERP. In fact, people would always think about ERP for big business, and he's the one who brought it to the level where it can even apply to a small petty shop, if I may say so. So thank you all, one and all, and I would fail my duty if I don't thank the four angels in our team, the young lady professionals in the alphabetical order. Aishwarya, stand up please. Darshana, Jayalakshmi and Swati for having organized this event from A to Z. In fact, they are the Amazon of our office. In fact, you can say A to Z. They organized this program right from the start to finish. Thank you for your excellent minute-to-minute planning preparation, and thank you all for your arrival today and for making this occasion really a noteworthy one. Thank you. Of course, David was here, was covering the press, I think afternoon with the magazine. So thank you, David, and your team for covering it up, as well as Chamber for the infrastructure. Thank you.
Thank you, Madhu sir. Dr. Venkateshan, Director, United Educational Institutions, Coimbatore, would like to share a few words about the event.
So I won't take more than 1 minute. Thank you. So I was a long ago entrepreneur. I mean, now I am retired. But when I attended this program, it makes me to come back. I request Dr. KSR to offer these services in the campuses, because most of them may not know what to do. I mean, they all got into small vendors. Why don't you, tell the kind of services to the campus, which I thought I wanted to give a. So positively, maybe in a week's time, I will start a startup. Thank you.
Thank you,
Those
sir.
days we never had these services.
Our heartfelt gratitude to everyone present here. I request everyone to raise for the national anthem. Thank you all.